Hey everybody, it's Jason Blah here. Now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, it's time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. Now, there's going to be some of you come through here and go, Jason, I don't care about current events. Why do you have to make these videos saying good things, saying bad things, talking shit, all this stuff about people? You saw the title of the video when you clicked on it, right? Again, you saw the title of the video when you clicked on it. For those of you who want informative videos discussing how to squat, how to deadlift, how to program, right? How to get maximum jactitude. I put out videos every day on that stuff. It's already there. You guys want to see me training, see me squatting, see me deadlifting, discussing how I program my own training. You get that too. It's all there, guys. We get this stuff every day. But you also get this segment. For the rest of you, though, this is the reason you tune in. I kind of have a split audience. I got people who only like one or the other. You got to make everybody happy. So let me go ahead and put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing. Work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. All right, so Nick's G4P, also known as Nick's Power and Strength, or is it Strength and Power? I don't know, man. He doesn't do either one. Made a video explaining why it is that he does what he does with the name. Because he's like, well, guys, this is Nick's Strength and Blogs. I think that's what he calls his other second channel. And a lot of people ask me, Nick, why do you got strength and power in your name when your videos are just all about professional bodybuilding? And he actually gave an explanation, which is a good point. You know, he said in there, though, he's like, I don't know why people ask me this. Well, I'm actually one of the reasons why, because I've actually called you out on that. You have a channel that is dedicated, appears to be 100% dedicated, 100% dedicated to worshiping professional bodybuilding. It is like the only topic you talk about. And if you ever talk about anything other than professional bodybuilding, it's stuff like, could this strongman competitor become a bodybuilder? Could this golfer become a bodybuilder? Could this bodybuilder become a bodybuilder? It's like the only thing you care about. And I think it's interesting with the guy who calls this channel Strength and Power, because you don't do any lifting on your channel that I know of. There's no powerlifting. There's no strength training. There's none of that even appears to be there. It's not even really a topic of discussion for you. You discuss men prancing around in their panties in front of an audience of other men covered in oil, which is why I call it Nick's G4P. To each their own. I'm not judging, brother. I'm not judging. I mean, we all have our kinks. We all have what we enjoy. We all have what we get off to. And I mean, I'm not going to hate. You're entitled to that. This is a free country, right? It's a protected right to have whatever sort of fetishes and orientations that you want. It's a protected right. You got every right to that. And I'm not going to bash your right to being whatever you're into. I don't care whatever you're into, chicks dressed up like clowns. I mean, knock yourself out, brother. It's a free country. But the point is, nothing to do with strength and power. And he explained that, well, originally, guys, my channel, it was about my powerlifting. But then he shows a bunch of old clips where he's performing not meet legal deadlifts, all this hitching and stuff. And it's like, well, if you're practicing hitching all the time in the gym, you're probably going to hitch when you actually pull a max in comp, in which case you're going to get red lighted. So I'm not really sure how any of that pertained to powerlifting per se. Maybe I don't know if he actually did compete or not. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't really follow his personal life. I didn't see any of it ever up on his channel when I went to go check. It's just all bodybuilding, right? Nothing but bodybuilding. And what he said there is that he didn't anticipate that happening. He's like, he started it as just vlogging his own training, his own powerlifting and strength training. All right, I can dig that. Totally fine. Lots of guys do that. Nothing unreasonable there. And then he said when he started doing just a few videos about bodybuilding, he exploded from 15,000 subscribers up to 100,000 subscribers. So you did it for the money. Now I get it. So it is G4P, right? It's all about that G4P, getting paid. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're going to do it, you might as well get paid for it, right? But I see what he did there. Now, a lot of people would say, Jason, isn't that a bit hypocritical? Don't you do these current events to get paid? Well, I actually enjoy them. But yeah, there's a large financial incentive to doing current events, big financial incentive. I actually enjoy the informative content more. I enjoy documenting my own training and my own workouts more. To me, that's more enjoyable. I want to get on the camera and deadlift, right? camera and do standing presses. That's way more enjoyable than smack talking, but there is definitely fun in smack talking. And sometimes it's about being educational too, because sometimes you can teach people stuff. And there's other times when you can actually direct people to good channels and good information, because they are out there. They don't always get the views that they deserve, but there's a lot of good channels out there, and I tend to give those credit in this segment also. But I admit that. That's the difference, guys. I admit that. And I'm not actually saying he's wrong for doing videos for money, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Why do you think we're on YouTube? People say stuff like, well, these people do YouTube videos to get views. Well, why do they care about views? They care about views to make that money, right? I mean, Nick's probably got well into a six-figure channel. I mean, I would bet that he's making at least $300,000-400,000 a year off his channel. I think that's totally reasonable based on his traffic. I think that's a reasonable approximation. So, he's doing the bodybuilding thing for the money. And that's fine. I mean, do what you got to do for entertainment for the money. My only problem with it is that he is promoting a degenerate, dangerous lifestyle indirectly. Because that's the problem with bodybuilding. It's not that guys are training to look good, because bodybuilders don't look good. I mean, that's, again, a weird misconception of the bodybuilding. Well, professional bodybuilders will look good. No, they don't look like hammered dog shit. Now, more people say, but Jason, so do you. Yeah, but see, I don't claim otherwise. That's the difference. Those people don't look good either, right? They look like circus freaks. They look like freaks. They don't look good. So it has nothing to do with training to look good. It's the lifestyle that gets associated with it, meaning it is the predominant lifestyle, which is really like a death cult that encompasses the hardcore bodybuilding world. And if you're going to talk about hardcore bodybuilding and you're going to promote hardcore bodybuilding, you're thereby encouraging people to go partake in that lifestyle, which has indirect consequences. You look at all the really dark, negative stuff that is associated with the hardcore bodybuilding world as part of the subculture, because it is basically a big party lifestyle. It really is. It's about recreational drugs. It's about selling your body. It's what it is. It's a degenerate lifestyle where, again, people who have body image disorders, all sorts of narcissistic personality disorders, things like that, are the common personalities there. That's the norm in that world. It is not a healthy world, and that's my only downside to this. I feel like he's kind of dabbling as someone who's not part of it. Right? He's not part of that world. He's a spectator of that world, but promoting a world that is itself is very dark and dangerous. And at this point, I used to say, maybe he doesn't know about it because he really is just a kid. He's not involved in it in any way. But he's now at enough expos. He's now involved with covering enough of this stuff that he probably does. He does get invited to hang out with pro bodybuilders. He has to be aware at this point of what that really entails, right? He has to at this point. And that's the problem, is that he is indirectly promoting that lifestyle. Now, do I understand why he does it? Sure, of course. He's making a lot of money. I mean, again, he's probably making $300,000, $400,000, maybe $500,000 a year talking about it. I mean, for that sort of money, who knows what people would endorse? I mean, when you're making that type of money, guys, what would you endorse, right? What would you promote? Probably a lot of things that might compromise your morals. We're willing to overlook our morals frequently for enough money. I mean, that's human nature, guys. That is human nature. But that's what we're seeing there. But, realistically, he's like, well, I just never thought to change my name. You got a channel that's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. 700,000 subscribers. You never thought maybe changing your channel name at any point along the way? You've never considered it to be one that's actually more in line with what you're about? Why don't you just call it like bodybuilding worship cult, right? I don't know, jockstrap worshipers. Posing trunks, whatever, I don't know. That's what they call them, right? Posing trunks, the panties they pose in. Jock straps, whatever they're supposed to be called, I don't know. I don't really know. But, he could have something to do with that, and that would actually probably be a closer niche, because there is no strength and power involved. It's a misleading name. It would lead someone who maybe was looking for information on how to get strong or how to get powerful or how to be athletic or how to train, might come over to his channel and be bombarded with such questions as, was Arnold Schwarzenegger the greatest bodybuilder of all time? Did he have the greatest bicep peaks, or did some other ass clown? Could this athlete become a bodybuilder if they really wanted to? Who's going to win the next Mr. Olympia? I don't even know who's going to be in it. Is Kai Green going to fuck another grapefruit? You know, I mean, they get stuck with topics like this, and it's just misleading. You know, it's misleading. And so what I would suggest to Nick is, man, just go ahead and change it. You know, it's misleading. It's false advertising, right? You shouldn't do that. That's just not right. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.